Welcome to HFY Codex. If you love epic sci-fi stories where humanity shines, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for thrilling HFY adventures. Join us and be part of the journey. The warning. The room was cold and silent. Captain Alex Ward opened his eyes slowly. The light was dim, a faint blue glow from the walls. He was lying on a metal table, his arms and legs held by strange silver cuffs. The air smelled sharp, like burned metal. For a moment, he thought he was still dreaming, but the cold bite of the restraints told him this was real. A soft hiss came from the door. It slid open without a sound. A tall figure stepped inside. Her skin was silver and smooth, glowing faintly in the light. Her eyes burned like golden fire. She moved like water, calm but dangerous. Alex felt his heart race. She stopped at the side of the table and looked down at him. Her voice was smooth but carried an edge of urgency. "I'm giving you one chance to make love to me, human. Do it now, or it will be too late," she said. Alex blinked in shock, thinking he had misheard. This was not what he expected to hear from an alien captor. Before he could speak, the ship shuddered. A deep vibration ran through the walls. The sound of distant explosions echoed from somewhere far away. The alien woman didn't flinch. She leaned closer, her voice low. "You don't understand. This is not about pleasure." Her golden eyes locked on his. "This is about survival." Alex tried to ask what she meant, but the ship shook again, harder this time. Lights flickered above them. Somewhere, alarms began to wail. She reached for the cuffs on his wrists and pressed her hand against them. The silver metal melted away. Alex sat up quickly. Unsure if he should fight or run, the alien stepped back, watching him. "You must choose now," she said. Her voice was calm, but Alex could see fear in her eyes. "Because in minutes, it will be too late for both of us." The truth revealed. Alex stood on shaky legs. The room around him hummed with a strange energy. The alien woman didn't move closer, but her eyes never left his. "My name is Zira," she said, her voice steady but urgent. "I am from the Clyran people, and I am the last of my kind." Alex frowned, trying to make sense of her words. He glanced around, looking for a weapon or an escape. The walls were smooth, silver, and without any doors except the one she had used. Zira took a slow breath. "My people can only survive by forming a bond, a deep psychic link, with a human." Alex stared at her in disbelief. "You kidnapped me for this?" he asked. Zira's golden eyes flickered with something like pain. "I didn't choose you by chance," she said. "You are compatible." Before Alex could answer, the floor trembled again. Through a narrow viewing panel, he saw black shapes in the distance, ships moving like predators through space. Zira turned her head toward them, her face tightening. "They are called the Void Hunters," she said softly. "They chase what they feed on, the life force of my kind. And now they have found us." Alex felt his chest tighten. "So, you want me to just believe you?" he said. Zira stepped forward, the glow of her skin brighter now. "I don't need you to believe me," she said. "I need you to decide. Because once they arrive, neither of us will live long enough to argue." Another explosion echoed through the ship. The lights dimmed, and the hum of the engines turned into a deep, shaky roar. Zira's voice cut through the noise. "The bond must be made now," she said. "If you refuse, we both die." The enemy approaches. The hum of the ship grew louder. Warning lights flashed red across the walls, bathing the room in a pulsing glow. Alex could hear the low thrum of engines pushing to their limits. Zira moved quickly to a control panel and touched it with her palm. The smooth silver surface shifted, revealing a glowing map of space. Tiny red markers swarmed toward their position. "They are faster than I thought," she said, her voice tight. Alex stepped closer, staring at the display. The black shapes from before were now clearer, long, sharp vessels that seemed to swallow light. "What are they?" Alex asked. "Void hunters," Zira replied. "They kill for energy, and they can drain an entire ship in seconds." The deck shook violently. A deep rumble came from somewhere below. Zira's golden eyes locked on his. "They will not leave." "Survivors," she said. "If the bond is not complete when they arrive, their touch will tear your life away in a heartbeat." Alex's hands curled into fists. He didn't want to admit it, but fear was already crawling into his chest. "How close are they?" he asked. Zira looked back at the map. "Minutes," she said. "They have tracked me across 3 star systems. They will not stop now." The ship's intercom hissed. A voice Alex didn't understand spoke rapidly in a language that sounded sharp and metallic. Zira replied in the same tongue, her words quick and clipped. When she turned back to him, her face was grim. "My crew says they have breached the outer perimeter," she said. "They will be here soon." She stepped toward him. "The bond chamber is ready," she said. Her voice was softer now, almost pleading. "I know you are afraid, but you must trust me." Another explosion rocked the ship, sending sparks raining from the ceiling. In the distance, Alex could hear something scraping along the hull. It didn't sound like metal. It sounded alive. The bond begins. Zira led Alex down a narrow silver corridor. The walls shifted and flowed like liquid metal, opening paths as they walked. The air grew warmer, and a faint hum vibrated through. The floor. They stepped into a wide circular chamber. Strange glowing symbols covered the floor and walls, shifting slowly as if alive. "This is the bond chamber," Zira said. Her voice echoed softly. Alex looked around, uneasy. "What exactly is going to happen here?" he asked. Zira stepped to the center of the room. "It is not only physical," she said. "It is mental, emotional, and dangerous for humans." She gestured for him to stand opposite her. "When we begin, your thoughts will not be your own," she said. "You will see my memories, my fears, my pain, and I will see yours." Alex hesitated. "This sounds like more than just mating," he said. Zira's golden eyes glimmered. "It is," she replied. "If we succeed, our minds will merge for a heartbeat. And in that heartbeat, the energy we release will shield the ship from the void hunters." A deep pounding echoed from far away, the sound of something hitting the outer hull. "They are here," Zira said. Her voice lost its softness, replaced with urgency. She raised her hand, and the glowing symbols under Alex's feet flared bright. A wave of heat swept through his body, making his heart race. The air shimmered, and suddenly Alex was not in the chamber anymore. He saw flashes of a burning sky, silver cities crumbling into the sea. He felt Zira's fear like it was his own, her people screaming as black ships blotted out the stars. The memories hit him, like a storm. And then, for a moment, he felt her hand in his, warm and trembling. Zira's voice cut through the vision. "Do not fight it, Alex. Let it in." The glow around them grew so bright it hurt to look at. The pounding on the hull grew louder. The void hunters were seconds away. Betrayal. The chamber shook violently. Alex staggered, the glowing symbols under his feet flickering. Zira's grip on his hands tightened. "Stay with me," she said. "We are almost there." Then, through the hum of energy, a sound broke into Alex's mind. A voice, human, desperate. "Alex, it's me," Help! Me! His blood ran cold. It was his brother's voice, the one who had vanished months ago on a deep space mission. He jerked back from Zira, his heart racing. "Did you hear that?" he demanded. Zira's golden eyes narrowed. "That is not real," she said. "They are using your memories against you." But Alex shook his head. "No, I know his voice. He's out there." Another voice came through, clearer this time. "Alex, please. They have me. I'm dying." Alex turned toward the chamber door. He could almost feel the pull to run. Zira stepped in front of him, blocking the way. "If you leave now, we are both dead," she said. "You do not understand the danger." The ship groaned under another impact. Somewhere close, metal tore and alarms screamed. Alex's mind spun. If his brother was alive, could he really just ignore him? But every second he hesitated. The pounding of the Void Hunters grew louder. The air seemed to grow colder. Shadows slithered across the walls as if alive. Zira's voice was sharp now. "They are inside the ship," she said. "If you go after that voice, you will be giving them exactly what they want." But Alex's chest ached with the need to know the truth. He pushed past her, heading for the door. The symbols on the floor dimmed, the protective energy fading away. The last stand. The door slid open with a hiss. Cold air rushed in, carrying a faint smell like rotting leaves. Alex froze. Shapes moved in the corridor. Tall, thin figures with skin like shifting smoke. Their eyes glowed a pale, sickly blue. One of them stepped forward, its fingers long and sharp. The metal floor hissed where its claws touched it. Zira pulled him back into the chamber. Her voice was low but fierce. "They are Void Hunters. Do not let them touch you." The nearest creature tilted its head. A sound like whispering voices filled the air. Alex's brother's voice rose above them again. "Alex, please, save me!" It came from the creature's mouth. Alex's stomach turned cold. It was a trick! The creatures surged forward. Zira's skin flared with golden light as she moved. Her strikes were fast, precise, each one burning into the smoky flesh of the hunters. But for every one she struck down, two more appeared. The room shook as another section of the ship gave way. Sparks rained from above. Zira shouted over the chaos. "The bond is the only way. Without it, the shield will fail." Alex's mind raced. The fake voice of his brother still whispered in his ear, trying to pull him away. But now he could feel the wrongness in it. Cold, hollow, empty. He looked at Zira. Her light was flickering, her movements slowing. She couldn't hold them off much longer. One of the hunters lunged past her, reaching for Alex. Its cold touch brushed his arm, and a wave of weakness flooded through him. He stumbled, his knees buckling. Zira screamed his name. "Alex, now, choose!" The choice. Alex's vision blurred, the cold from the void. Hunter's touch spread through his veins like ice. The whispers grew louder, the false voice of his brother begging him to come closer. But now Alex knew the truth. It was never his. Brother, it was bait. He looked at Zira. Her golden light was dim. Her breaths sharp and fast. She was fighting to stay on her feet. Two hunters circled her like wolves, waiting for her to fall. Alex clenched his fists. He could run and die in seconds, or finish the bond and give them a chance to live. With a roar, he shoved the nearest creature back and stumbled toward Zira. She caught him before he fell, her arms warm despite the cold around them. "Do it," he said, his voice hoarse. Her eyes widened, then blazed bright gold. She pressed her forehead to his. The chamber erupted in light. The glowing symbols surged to life, wrapping around them like a storm. Alex's mind exploded with visions. Her entire life in flashes, her fears, her hopes, her endless running from the hunters. And she saw him too, his childhood, his battles, his stubbornness. For one heartbeat, their minds were one. A wave of pure energy burst outward. The Void Hunters screamed as the light tore through them, burning them to nothing. The sound was deafening, then suddenly gone. Alex fell to his knees, breathing hard. Zyra knelt beside him, her hand on his shoulder. "You saved us, human," she whispered. Her voice was softer now, almost tender. "But now you belong to me." Through the viewing panel, the black ships were gone. Far in the distance, Alex saw human vessels approaching, but he knew the world he would return to would never be the same, not after this.